Hello, everyone. Nice to be back. Me and Uriel, we have been missing for a few weeks because first I got the cough, then Uriel got the cough.
Now I've got it.
So it was like, yeah, let's avoid to do a live. We're both coughing for 90% of the time. But thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for giving us your time. And today we are doing the first episode of this kind of like new sub show of Unluck Gamer Talks. And this time is Unluck Game News. Now we are still thinking of the name, maybe Unluck Gamer News, whatever. We'll see. But Unluck for sure. Unluck will stay.
That's always there.
And what we're discussing in this, what they're discussing is basically we will discuss news about the game world. It could be news about new games. It could be news about the game industry. It can be news about many things. To be honest, many different type of news. But we're here and we're talking. In case this is the first time that you're watching us ever in general, I'm Diego Ricuti. I'm a creative director that works in the game industry by 16 years now. Recently game that you could have played is A Quiet Place, which I did the creative direction. And in 2 days, Star Overdrive that will be available everywhere. Finally, before it was only on Switch, which I did the game direction. I also work with other things, and I am a published author in game design with game design tools, and about also how to find a publisher with the the guide to game business. Why nobody wants to make a game.
Yes, I still need to read your second book.
You should. It's actually a very good book.
Yeah,
It's not only
I
mine.
will. Yeah, you co-write it with John.
Exactly. I created it with John, which is a bit step.
Mm-hmm. And I am Uriel Cozzolino. I also am a game designer. I'm a lecturer. I teach game design and game development. And I've been working for the last about 4 years in White Panther, a small studio that we brought to life. We released a couple of months ago at this point, Dino Patrol, our first game. And yeah, we are still working on the post-production on the game, but the release has gone very well. We are proud of our work up until
Of
now.
course, it makes sense. Actually, it's a game that it's out and it's been successful. I think you could put your link about it in the chat if someone is interested. And someone is watching us, so thank you for dedicating your time to us. And as always, if you want to talk with us about anything, give you a comment or whatever, write. It's super easy chit chat. Don't have to worry about it. So what is Unlock Game News? As I say, we talk about news. And today we want to talk about a very specific news. A very
One in particular,
clear
yes.
news, let's say. I know we are, once again, slightly delayed compared to others, but as I say, we were coughing for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean,
So
that's our gimmick. We get unlucky.
exactly, that's literally Unluck Game Talks is about that. So we're talking about this. Let's watch it. Such ominous music. Down. Silk song. the ROG Xbox Ally X or the ROG Xbox Ally, which are always terrible name. I don't know why Xbox still continue to do this absolutely awful name. The Xbox X Ally X X Xbox Extreme One Xbox 360
Well,
X.
that is their gimmick. I mean, each
They're
one
terrible
has their own.
names.
Yeah.
Okay, it could be. But okay, so simply putting, what we saw is the big announcement of Xbox. And this big announcement is basically the fact that Xbox is actually joining the, let's say, new console war, which is the portable console war. And I think this is super interesting because at the moment we really have one contender that is missing, which is PlayStation. But of course, there are a lot of rumor about PlayStation in the future. But before talking about rumor, I want to go directly to you, Uriel. Oh, why show only me? No, it should show both of us. Okay. And I want to ask you, what do you think about it?
I think it's very. I'd like to start by analyzing the trailer because I think they are telling us a lot just throughout the trailer.
Do you want a specific point for me to search?
I mean, I will talk and we will see while talking what comes out. But the first interesting part is that there is absolutely no voiceover during the whole video.
Yes.
There isn't a person explaining what's going on. This is something that, if I remember correctly, and I'm looking for the link right now, it's the same direction that also Nintendo adopted with the announcement of the Switch 2. Nothing was explained through words. They just showed. They just like to show the product itself, and they, in this case, with ROG Ally or Xbox Ally,
You see the name,
they
right? ROG Xbox
it's
Alike
it's
X1
going to be a
XX.
long podcast today. They just printed some of the keywords on the screen. We can see that they obviously they are using their strong points. So in the Switch case, they basically took many of the complaints that people had about the first Switch, and they just showed how they fixed the complaints. So okay, now you are getting a slightly bigger Joy-Con, easier attach and detach system, the possibility to put the Switch on the table with the back thing, and it will not fall down, etc. And nothing about that announcement was about power. In this case, we have
We have power.
an Asus product mixed with Xbox and Microsoft. So of course they wanted to show also the power. There is a few frames of the processor that is a Ryzen, and it's a very powerful Ryzen. By the way, they show the RGB lights, obviously, because it's Asus,
More
and
FPS.
yes, we all know that having the lights and the LED will increase the performances, but
Absolutely.
that's Asus brand. That's ROG Asus brand. So they are showing everything that is that makes this product a ROG product and an Xbox product, and they really care to
I
show
disagree
it
on that.
because okay,
But then
I
I will talk
noticed
about it.
that they use the Windows word as a keyword multiple times during the video, and they keep saying this is a Microsoft product, this is an Xbox, this is the full Xbox experience in your hands. They try to use this catchphrase a couple of times,
Yes, yes, I can find it.
and they try to frame the product this way. Uh,
This is an Xbox.
exactly. This is an Xbox. This is what. I'm sorry. I'm still coughing. This is the how they want the product to be perceived, in my
I agree
opinion.
that that's how they want it to be perceived, but I don't think this is how the product.
Yes, exactly. So please tell me why.
Well, first you have to tell me if you're excited or not about this thing.
I'm very interested because
Such a
I
neutral position. Oh yes,
no, I'm
very
going to
interesting.
explain why. I'm going to explain why. I'm not necessarily excited by this product in particular, but it's interesting to see that the big first parties are joining the console war, as you called it, and
Yes.
I actually used to love handle consoles. So the portable, the
Yes.
DS, PSP, all of that generation was magnificent for the games that came out and for the experience of playing on the go. And we lost it. At a certain point, we completely lost it. Nintendo with the Switch, they tried to bring it back, but it was, of course, the Nintendo's difference. It was a monopoly, basically, because they were the only player in the market. And slowly, but not even that slowly, actually, many other contenders joined the game. We have the obviously the Steam Deck. We have the all the ROG Ally. We have Lenovo's products and many more. So I'm happy that we have another big one that is joining in. Probably we will see something from PlayStation because they tried something shy in a very shy way. It was not a complete portable console. It was more of a mix. But I guess that we will see something from PlayStation, and I actually hope that this is a first step in actually going back to a period where the portable console could fit in your pocket. Because what I don't like about this console is that
And we will have
these are not actually portable. The battery life is going to only last a few hours, and you need a full uh, something to bring them along. Yeah, you need the protection. You cannot put them in the pocket. You need to have a backpack with the container for the actual console. So it's not that portable.
it's not.
And I liked the PSP. So I hope that we will eventually have some alternatives in that direction. And this is a first step in
Okay.
giving importance to handle console.
Still very, neutral answer to say real. First, I want to ask our audience, in the meantime, what they think, if you're excited by this or not. And while our audience write, I want to tell what I feel. And I want to start with, I'm not excited by this thing at all. I agree with a lot of the points that we made, but I'm not excited because this is an Xbox, and this is the problem that is in both cases that is true or is not true. It's both a problem. Let me explain what I mean by that. Let's start with the concept. So I'm a huge fan, as Uriel, of portable console. All my favorite consoles are portable. All time, if I have to do the list of my favorite console, they are all portable console. I absolutely adore the Steam Deck. I love it. It's a fantastic machine, although it's too big. I agree with you. I think slightly smaller would be better, and this thing is even bigger and heavier than that. Actually, the Switch 2, I think it's a bit too big in my opinion. But I think because now we are moving to something very different, which is this. Uh, and what I mean by that is that we are moving to not really portable console, not in the sense that in the past, but we are moving to what the Switch really created, and then the um, Steam Deck reinforced, which is the hybrid console. Something that it's portable, ish. So you can play for 2 hours on a train if needed, and then you have to touch it maybe on a plane or something like that. You can have it in your suitcase, and then you can connect it to a big screen and enjoy it on a big screen. And I love that. I actually love the concept because I think this is a good way to separate yourself from PC, because you will never be able to compare. Like AMD Ryzen AI Z2 Extreme will be a good APUI. I know that because the first one was good. This will be good. APUIs are getting better and better, but this thing will never be powerful as any PC. It's just what it is. But of course, a PC. I literally have mine next to me. It's this big, probably 10 kilograms heavy. So I can't part it everywhere. It's impossible. It's just not going to move. Even for a LAN party is already a difficult thing. So the fact of having this hybrid, I think, is amazing. And I think now APUs are getting better and better, and this will make these things better and better. So why I say that the fact that it's an Xbox is the problem. I will start telling what for me makes the Steam Deck amazing, and is this. I'll show you with the video here, and I write. Decky Loader, Steam Deck Academy, Steam Deck OLED, do these, top 10 plugins, Steam Deck. If I go here and I write Proton, I can do it from here. Steam Deck, I don't know, Clear Obscure, best settings. I just finished Clear Obscure, so there you go. So what's the point? The point is that what makes the Steam Deck, in my opinion, good at what it does is the fact that it has a giant obsessed community of Linux people that make it better. And that is a console. So everything that happened on the Steam Deck, yes, it's sometimes apps, sometimes plugins, sometimes these type of things, but they're always made by a strong community. They want everyone to enjoy stuff on the Steam Deck as best as they can and enjoy games. Now, what is the problem? A lot of time is that when they do this test, Steam Deck, Windows versus SteamOS, is always the fact that always Steam Deck, SteamOS, it's better than Windows. It's just what it is. Why? Well, very simply because SteamOS it's a software created to basically run games. Well, convert games and run games and stuff like that. While Windows is an all generic purpose software. I work with Windows. I send email with Windows. I watch movie with Windows. I play with Windows. Basically, I do everything that I can with Windows. And that's the problem. Windows is not as good. Generally speaking, Windows is not as good than SteamOS. Because it's not only created to make games, it's created to be a software. It's created to play, to do things. Gameplay things, yes, but also working things. And if you tell me, is the Xbox a software created to run Xbox or is just Windows? Then Xbox is just Windows. It's not a software for running game. Now, it's true that with the announcement of that console, people started, Windows said, we are going to make a special Windows. Hi, Joshua. Tell us what you think about it. Let us know what you think about, if you're excited or not about that. So, Windows is worse. Sadly, this is just what it is because as everything that is generic, it's worse. That's tendency what it is. And this is the problem. So will be able Windows to make I don't know, a better SteamOS than Steam? Maybe. I actually have no idea. Maybe yes, maybe no. But here's the thing: now SteamOS, it's everywhere. Steam already did this passage. Now you can have SteamOS on your Windows. You can do dual booting. You can have SteamOS on actually already existing machine. SteamOS on Lenovo Legion Go. And this is for me the problem of this Xbox. Because at the moment, this Xbox tells, oh, with this Xbox, you can have a Game Pass. I can have Game Pass on Steam Deck. Well, with this, you can play Xbox exclusive. Well, they are not exclusive Xbox. Any game that runs on PC, it's the same thing. Then you can have game on PC. Already, everything is on Steam. I can actually play a lot of PlayStation exclusives on Steam. So, unless you can make a software that runs better than SteamOS, or at least comparable to SteamOS, and then gives an equivalent console experience to SteamOS, and also gives such a high modder community, then your machine is defined by its power. But here's the thing: power is not something good to fight on, because they can always make something better the next year or a few months after. So I fully agree with you. It's cool because more competition, it's better for the user by definition. Can you use the Game Pass on Steam Deck? Yes, you can. You can actually can. It's very easy. I'll show you very quickly. Just Steam Deck Game Pass, and you can. It's actually at the start it was difficult. At the start it was very difficult. But once again, the community of people that mod SteamOS and creates basically everything for it, it's so powerful. And that's why I'm not excited for that, because Xbox means not exclusive. Xbox means Windows, and Xbox doesn't have the community of Linux. Now, I can be wrong, and maybe Windows is making, I don't know, Windows OS or Play OS, or I don't know, Xbox OS.
Yes, they're actually making the last one that you said.
The Xbox OS.
Xbox OS, yes.
And maybe it will be better. Maybe it will be finally the Windows that everyone deserves. But so far, every time Windows and SteamOS fought to each other, is the fact that you need to make a better software. And that's the problem. You see, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's the only problem. Actually, Steam has the Xbox Pass, and it's very easy to integrate. So for me, basically, that thing, it's like a Steam Deck 2, because it's more powerful. And therefore, it will be better than Steam Deck. It will run probably better because it's way more powerful. Steam Deck was already an old hardware when it came out. Also, someone else it's watching us. Thank you for watching us. Feel free to join the chat and say hi or give question. And the question that we're answering is, are you excited on the new portable Xbox, the ROG Xbox? It's just fighting ROG Xbox Ally X and all the other names. So he has better hardware, and this is true. He has better hardware, but better hardware can be changed tomorrow. I mean, maybe now they will announce the Steam Deck 2 and we'll have better hardware, or maybe we'll have similar hardware. I don't know. Maybe we'll have the same hardware. So yes, I'm happy because more competition is better. Yes, I'm happy because in general more options it's better. Maybe you want that because you also want to have a sort of working computer with you. That's okay. But I want a console. And for me, the defining element that makes the Steam Deck great, it's the console experience that he has, which is fantastic when you also discuss the fact that this console experience is connected to a software that runs game better, even if they're not natively better. and there's a great community that support it. So that's why I say I'm not excited. I don't think I will buy this product. Instead, if now we're announced Steam Deck 2, I will probably be very excited and maybe buy it day one. For me, that is the difference.
Okay, very interesting. You're right. You're right. You mentioned 3 points, and I have to say that 2 of them I have nothing to say about it. The third one is just about the Xbox OS. That from what they are saying, it will save about 2 gigabytes of RAM, but it's very early to know anything. And
We will see.
yeah, and I mean, until we actually put our hands on the console,
Exactly.
anyone can say whatever they want. Another aspect that I'd like to try to highlight is the ergonomicity.
Oh yes, okay. They're
How
gonna make
ergonomic
makes sense.
the console could be, because this is something else that they try to show during the announcement video and during a longer video that they showed just a few days after the announcement, and how they try to craft the console around the ergonomic feeling of the hands on a gamepad. They started by just studying how we actually take the
Hold the
gamepad
gamepad.
in our
Exactly.
hands, and they try to just make it a little bit longer.
But this make it
Once
bigger.
again, what?
This decision, which I agree, and definitely gonna make it more comfortable than Steam Deck and many others, because yes, that's how a gamepad is done. I fully agree with you. That's how you keep a gamepad. So 100% agree on that. But between that, because you can see it here, it's
It's very big.
like large. They also make the screen larger, so
Mhm.
it's a huge device.
Yes.
It's a big device, like regular Harley. I mean, let's see if I say no. In the meantime, continue and try to search if I found
Yeah.
this. I don't know if someone already done.
I can tell you the dimensions. I will give you the link in the private chat here
Oh,
on
thank you.
StreamYard.
And in the meantime,
These
you're
are
saying that like
the
Joshua is very happy for the new one, which I agree. But yeah, it's a different
topic.
different topic exactly. And okay, you give me a second because I need to change the presentation. And in the meantime, feel free to continue.
Yeah, so I actually agree with you. They made probably, I hope they made the console more comfortable to handle, but the final result is it's huge.
It's huge, exactly.
It's a very big console. It's going to weigh, depending on the model, over 700 grams. It's
Exactly,
almost 1
700
kilo
grams.
of a
It's
console. Here you go, dimensions.
oh, there we go, perfect. 700 grams. So for the version, I guess the more powerful one.
Yes.
Uh,
ROG Xbox Ally
my
X.
God, X. It's
Easy, Diego. Why can't you learn it?
yeah, you're right. It's my problem definitely. And it's 700 grams. It's almost a kilogram. You know how it's heavy. It's heavy. And let's see dimension. So let me search for Steam Deck. So Steam Steam Deck. Of course, in inches. Show centimeters, please. Oh, there we go. So 29. Wait, let's just do that. So it's easier. I can go back and forth 2 times. So 298, 117, and 49. And this thing is 290, 121, and 50. See? it's big. It's so big and so heavy. Actually, I didn't write how much Steam Deck weight. Okay, 670. So these things, it's basically 40 grams more. And Steam Deck is already heavy. It cramps my hand sometimes when I use it. And
We have
yes,
to
you're
say that
right.
you
It's
have
more
really small
ergonomics,
hands.
but it's. I think for me, they should have gone for smaller. Also, for another reason, and that's something that I think it's super important and not enough time is being discussed, which is one of the reasons why Steam Deck plays games so well compared to many other consoles that are more powerful than is because it's 7080p. It's not actually in a real full HD. The resolution is smaller. But you don't notice that because the screen is smaller. And you don't notice the screen is smaller because that's how you play it in front of your face. So anything that is this close looks big. That's the entire concept of movie glasses. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Do you
No,
hear me,
I
Maria?
actually don't know. No, I actually don't
I'll
know what
show
you're
you.
talking about.
I'll show you. Basically, let's go YouTube and let's go XR glasses. This stuff. Okay, these things are like, oh yeah, when you wear them, it's like having, I don't know, a 200-inch TV in front of you. It's not because it's a 200-inch TV, it's because it's literally here.
Mm-hmm.
So anything this close to your eyes look gigantic by comparison. And actually, a lot of people loves these glasses because they work perfectly with this type of console because actually they make the console run better because even again smaller resolution and smaller consumption because very small things. And actually, and I will finish with this, they made an entire XR glass console, which is actually a very cool concept.
All of this seems very, very cool. I will learn more about it.
They are amazing. I tried it. I think they're amazing. The only problem I have with these things that right now they are expensive. So I think this is something very useful if you travel a lot or you have I don't know how to call it specific things like I don't know. The TV. I have only one TV and there we go. One virtual. No, not this. And I have I don't know one TV and my girlfriend, wife, friend, kids take it all the time. This is still showing the glass. Now there is an entire console that is built around this concept that I want to show you. But in any case, these things work because they tell you have a 200-inch TV. There's not really 200 inches, but
feels like
because it's in front of you. And that's the same concept of the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck plays a lot of good games well because actually the screen has lower resolution than Full HD. It's smaller, so it has better battery because you consume less. Because at the end of the day, that's what consumes battery, the screen.
Yeah.
So making this console bigger, it's less efficient. They should make them smaller because if they're small, they can have lower resolution, which will have less pixel. With less pixels, they will have less consumption and games will run better, but you will not notice that you have less pixel because smaller resolution, and you will not look smaller resolution because at the end of the day, you keep this console in front of your face, and everything in front of your face look gigantic. So the fact they continue to make this console bigger, for me, it's counterintuitive because a bigger console consumes more. It's less efficient. It's less efficient at playing games. It's literally not a good trade-off. A smaller, like, and there are tests, there are literally tests of that. If you take, and these glasses are the example. There are a few YouTubers that oh, let's see how this game performs on this stuff. And they perform better because there's so little consumption. In the meantime, I search. And if people is interesting, you should guy. Oh, there, I think it's this one. No, these are still the glasses. This one is using with you see, with a switch. So playing with a switch, then playing, and then you play it with the. See, now it's like then take it out. Bing opens, and I tried them. I actually tried them in an event, and they are not this one, but like this type of glasses. They are actually amazing. But as I say, since they are very expensive because basically they cost like an entire console.
Mm-hmm.
You want to have the right necessity. If you travel a lot, if you can't play on your big TV and these type of things, then it's a great possibility. You see.
Yeah, it's very, very cool.
In the meantime, I'm searching for the thing that I'm trying to find, which I don't. There was this Kickstarter that was actually a very cool idea, and I was very close to buying it because it was a portable console. That one actually made me excited compared to this. But I don't remember how it was called.
So
If
while
someone in the
you,
chat knows it, please tell us.
so while you are looking for it, I've got a couple of points that I think may be interesting to talk about
Please.
when we are talking about the ROG Xbox Ally X. First one is the price. We actually don't know
Oh,
anything about the price of the
yes, you're
console,
right. Very
and I
true.
think the fact that we still don't know, but we know a lot, relatively a lot about the console, is interesting because they deliberately chose not to
Say that.
say it.
Yeah, it's true. You're absolutely right. It's true.
And well, I'm not an expert on marketing, so I am not sure why they've chosen this path, but I suspect that that it will not be an easy
Oh, finally.
price. Okay, finally.
How it's called, this thing? What is the name of this thing? It must have a name. Techno Pocket
Techno.
Go. There we go. Sorry, continue, please.
I'm not expecting a low base price. I'm actually
Oh, not
expecting
at all.
a higher price than most of the other handheld console, way higher than the Steam Deck. And we will see how it goes for them. I was thinking that could have something to do with the Switch 2 price. They wanted to see how people reacted, especially maybe in America,
Yeah.
about the new prices of the Switch 2 with everything that happened in the last period. And maybe they are waiting for more information to actually set on a final price. If they can increase it as much as they wanted, or they have to make it a little bit cheaper.
I think they should make it cheaper because, well, but once again, this is the problem of taking the last tech. If you use the new Ryzen Extreme, whatever the name of the thing, it costs more because you need more power. But this is the thing I was talking about. So this idea for me is more interesting because that's the concept. Like the console, the APU, which is a Ryzen APU, is inside the controller. because it's just a controller. The controller has space to have literally the APU. And where is the screen? The screen is the glasses. So in this way, you don't have a screen that consume a lot because your screen is inside the glasses, which consume very little. Because once again, technically it looks gigantic, the screen, but it's not really gigantic. It's fake gigantic. Now, of course, this is not perfect because there are certain things, for example, the fact that the controller is very small make the flow of air kind of bad. So the center gets a little bit hot and the controller it's kind of chubby, to say the least. But this for me, it's more exciting, like a slightly, you could have like something like Switch. Think like detachable controllers and the center which is like small and big, like a sort of, I don't know, how it's called, sort of center of the Switch without the screen. And then you put the glasses and done.
Mhm.
And this for me, it's better. This for me, it's more exciting because it can be less powerful, but more efficient. It's way more portable because at the end of the day, it's basically a pair of glasses and a controller. Yes, it's a chubby controller, but it's not much more chubby than my just plain controller, It's not so much chubby. He has two batteries, as you can see. So when you're finishing, bam, you recharge the other one, go with this. For me, this is a more portable console. And you say, well, Diego, but then it's not hybrid as you were saying before. No, because basically the only difference is that there is a cable, USB cable for HDMI. So if you attach this to any TV, you're just playing once again with that, using the TV. So for me, this it's a way better deal than the current direction. Look how small it is. Now, once again, it could be improved. Yes, maybe the controller could be better. The airflow could definitely be better organized. But for example, if they will announce the next one, this is actually something that came out maybe a year ago. If they will announce the next one, I might buy it because it is for someone like me that travels. This is very good, and now they can install SteamOS inside. Is even better because this will still run with Windows, which is the problem that I said at the start. With SteamOS will be even better because at the end of the day, SteamOS basically just recognize this stuff and will work. And it still has, Wi-Fi and everything. Now, oh, oh, hi Cherry, thank you for joining us. You see, now it's doing exactly what I tell you. You attach,
Mhm.
and it just plays on the screen. See, then you attach it to the glasses, and it will play on the glasses. Instead of having this variation of Windows, which is of course terrible, you install Windows if you want to have a mini PC, or you install SteamOS, and it's better. Then you want to travel, you take out the cable and put it in your glasses, and it works. And for me, this is, as I say, why then is like, Diego, why if you're so interested in this, why you didn't body? Because I think that first gen, especially if it's not done by a famous team. Once again, Steam Deck was done by Valve. Valve is Valve. We all know that it's good.
Yeah.
But like team like this, first gen, I never buy it. I think there is always some imprecision coming from the simple fact that you don't have full experience. But as I say, if this announced the second gen, maybe with the new Ryzen, better glasses, they will improve the D-pad or other things. I might buy it because this for me it's better than buying Xbox ROG Ally Xbox X.
ROG Xbox Ally X.
Yeah, whatever.
It's impossible.
It's impossible to remember. I'm sorry. That thing was supposed. The only way to call that thing correctly was Xbox Portable. for version 1 and X Portable X for version 2. That's it. That's the only thing. But you see, he have is Ryzen, it's Windows. It is a normal PC. It can work. So for me, it's you disinstall Windows, you install SteamOS, and these things work super good by default. Now, once again, it's perfect. No, I think that there are a lot of missing element they should add. Like, for example, when they show this, is missing button here. He needs 2 button here at least. He needs here in the center a like PlayStation, how it's called, touchpad, because they will make it better for using it. So once again, it's not a perfect device, but for me, this is a better direction because you have a screen. You have the perfect screen here that will feel gigantic, consume less battery, has less resolution, making games feel gooder. You have 2 batteries that you can exchange. It's super portable because this once again, it's big as my thing. For me, it's a better direction than making the things bigger. Now, another direction is going back to PlayStation Vita style and have a smaller screen. That's another valuable direction. But in general, for me, making it bigger, it's a worse direction. Already the Steam Deck, which I adore, it's too big. When I put the Steam Deck in my luggage for Ryanair, it fits the entire. It takes like a third of the space, just for that.
Yes.
So actually, Cherry, Cola, what do you think? Do you watch the announcement of the Xbox X, Extreme X, Xbox X, X Portable X, ROG Ally X, Xbox X? And if yes, are you interested or not? In the meantime, I bring to the original sales ROG Xbox Ally. You see, like these people that say revolution Windows. It's not really a revolution. There's nothing revolutionary. That's the thing. That's the problem for me, is that there's nothing revolutionary. Recently, I'm really out of announcement. Real lol. I'm playing for concerts, so I'm just outside the industry now. It makes sense. Oh well, I'm happy then we actually managed to bring you news, because this is not like super good news, but we will try to do this like once week. 1 week we play games, we'll talk about games that we play. 1 week we will do news, but we got a month of nothing because we were both very ill. But so basically, it's a big Steam Deck, even bigger, with a personal version of Windows and more power. But you see, exactly, I love portable console, but becoming less and less portable. They are not really portable anymore.
Yeah.
Exactly, I agree. That's why for me this is not interesting. I'm more interested into the other thing.
I totally agree. But we must say that actually the ROG Ally, Xbox, etc., is winning against the Steam Deck because they've got the LED. They have the lights. Diego, you must accept that they are winning this country.
It's true. You're right. He has RGB, therefore it will run 20 FPS more. I'm sorry.
It's
You're
facts.
Right. It's a fact, and of course I can't deny facts. You're right. That's actually we started these things discussing the totally true fact that is absolutely not true. And okay, today I think for today we could finish. We discussed it a lot. I think it's a good news. As I say, in general for me it's good, but I'm not excited specifically for this device. I'm excited for the reborn of the console, portable console or hybrid portable console market.
Yes. I hope to go back to the PSP era.
Yes, me too. In the meantime, Ricola and Joshua are always remembering their past. No, man, there's no worry. As I say, we got missing for a month, and also someone else joined literally right now that we are finishing. So thank you for joining the last 3 seconds. But next week we will do it. Maybe not without Uriel, because Uriel will be busy next week. Maybe I will do another news one in this case with someone else, or maybe we'll
Mhm.
do a special on D&D if you want. I have the person that we could do.
Without me, the indeed. No, I want to be there for the indeed.
Okay, then not D&D. No, not too late. Cherry Cola said yes. Then we will have more than one.
Yeah, but Cherikal, I know who you are. Be very careful with this.
So we will do a special on D&D because it's a co-op game that we Uriel play, and we will do another one with that person and Uriel. So stay for next. And once again, thank you for taking your time to chat with us and enjoy. And sorry for missing for a month, but as we said, is me and Uriel we cough a lot.
Luck.
Let's say,
Yeah.
please no more task. I haven't seen. Then more task. And no, well, thank you, please, really, thank you for saying us. We will see you next week with this case, Unluck Gamer talks. This was Unluck Game News, and thank you for following us. And bye.
Bye.